Do you watch short, sharp bites on social media instead? What is your way of absorbing content? Welcome to this episode of the Funnel Podcast. This week, we are talking about validating your offer. So when you're creating an online course, there is a process that I take clients through in the CourseMachine.io program, and that is 7 steps to validate your offer. The reason we do this is so many people will start creating their course without thinking about these crucial factors. You can go and spend all the time creating the videos, editing videos, creating the course, the funnels and everything. But if you haven't validated your offer, you could be completely wasting your time. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping that it sticks when there's actually 7 things that you can check to make sure that people will actually buy your shit. So I'm going to take you through those 7 things right now. Even though it's in our course, I wanted to make sure I share this with you all, because if you're considering creating an online course or coming and working with us at Course Machine and have our team build your course and funnels for you in 21 days, then I want to make sure that you've taken these 7 things into consideration before you even come and work with us. We only want to take on people who have offers that we believe are going to sell well and people we can really help. So going through this 7-step checklist is going to be a game changer and could save you a lot of headache. Chances are it might just be some slight tweaks that you have to make for your course to be validated. All right, so first of all, the most important thing to ask, question number 1, is it something you're knowledgeable about? Now, it is true that over the probably 15 years where I've been in this industry, I've been doing it 23 years, but for 15 years, there are a lot of people that have been teaching courses. And quite often, they'll tell you to go and find someone who's knowledgeable about something, get their information and create a course on it. If you've done that, you'll realize A, it's actually quite hard to do, and B, it's less profitable because you've got to pay them some money, whether you're paying them per course or whether you're just paying them straight out. But then you've got to try and create marketing around an audience that you're not really knowledgeable in. So the best thing that you can do is take something that is your genius, your knowledge, and create a course around that. Something to remember though is you will not value your knowledge, because if it's second nature to you because you have mastered it, you're not going to be your target audience. You're going to think that it's not valuable when it really is, because all you need is someone who is not where you are and are a few steps back, where they're wanting to know what you know now and you can help them. You don't have to save the world in your program. You've just got to take them through these 7 steps, make sure it ticks all the boxes, and put an offer out there that you know really well. That way, if you are offering a level of support, whether there's you involved or not, whether you're doing Q&As each week or whatever it may be, or just answering questions in a group, or if you're going and speaking on stages and you're talking to people in the audience about your topic afterwards, you need to have enough knowledge to speak confidently about it. And if you're not confidently speaking about it, then chances are energetically your course is not going to sell. Okay, so number 2 on the list is, what is your delivery jam? Making sure that the course is being delivered in a way that is your delivery jam. Now, you've probably heard me talk about this a ton of times, but what is it that you can deliver in a way that is in flow for you, that feels natural? I love doing videos like this. It's super natural for me. It's very easy. I don't have a fear of it. I can go and speak on a stage. I get a rush off it, strokes my ego for sure, but afterwards I need to go and run and hide, because even though people don't believe me, I'm just a total introvert and I get my energy by being alone. So standing on a stage does feel good for me for a moment, even though I am crapping myself and I think that, I'm so polarizing. People either love me or hate me. I always look in the audience and think, oh my goodness, that person's going to stab me in the car park afterwards, even though that person is laughing and thinking that I'm funny. So having a polarizing personality is actually, it's a great thing to have because you will attract your crowd and you'll repel the rest. So what is your delivery jam? For speaking on the stage, then get video cameras to record you while you're speaking on the stage. If you like doing it with an audience, and you're happy on camera, but you just need someone in the room, like I've got Patty here right now helping me, it's good having someone else in the room just to keep your energy up rather than feeling like you're talking to yourself. If you would rather use slides and talk to camera, if you're happy to use your voice but not your face, or there's so many ways that you can create online course and share your knowledge. So what is your delivery jam? Number 3, is it leveraged? Now, we were taught to trade time for money, but if you are smart in business, you will understand leverage. What can you do that will help people get a result in a way where you can help as many people as possible without taking more of your time? So if you think of, for example, one-on-one coaching is fantastic and you can help people get results, but you're going to be capped out time and money wise, or time wise, you can always increase your rates, and you're going to be at capacity at some point and not be able to handle more clients, or it's going to drain you no matter how much money they're paying you. So there's a cap, and so leverage is about not having that cap. Let's say you are group coaching, and on that group coaching you're doing Q&A calls and you're supporting them in a group, and somebody on your team might be helping you, or even if you're just doing a weekly Q&A call as part of your program. So in the course machine, once a week, I'm on there live answering all of your questions as you're creating your online program. Obviously, you've got access to our team because there is done for you involved. So you have your own project manager you can talk to whenever you need. But for me and my time, I help you at the start, set the plan, and then every week I'm jumping on a call. Now, it wouldn't matter if we've got one person, 10 people, 50 people on that call. We're submitting questions, and more often than not, people are asking the same questions anyway. So we're delivering that in a leveraged way. So how can you help people in a way that's going to reach a bigger audience so you can help more people, bring you more money, even when it's scaled, that is not going to take up more time and have you hit capacity? Even if you're group coaching and you want to keep your groups to 10, because I like to keep my groups low, because if I'm group coaching, I want to make sure that everybody feels like they can ask questions. I'm so uncomfortable if the group is too big. You could do one call on Tuesday for a group, and a cohort that is for Thursdays, whatever it is for you. Either way, that's still super leveraged. So the next thing on the list, number 4, is what will people pay for? So Frank Kern, about 10 years ago, I was doing one of his programs, and I remember him saying very clearly, what can you offer to people with money who will get more back in value than they paid for in cash? Because if you're solving a problem, especially for somebody with money, then they're going to not question your price, and they're going to feel like they're getting value, and they're not even going to question how much they paid because you're getting them the result that they require. So who can you sell your offer to that ideally has money already, where they're going to feel like it's such extreme value and they're just going to want to buy it? Where are they hanging out? Go and define that audience and make sure that you're reaching them and your offer is tailored for them. All right, number 5 on the list. What is your audience's delivery jam? So think about how you like to consume content. Are you a person that wants to go and watch YouTube videos, or do you prefer to listen to podcasts? Is it a certain type of YouTube video? Do you watch short, sharp bites on social media instead? What is your way of absorbing content? And if you're trying to learn something, more importantly, as obviously your course would teach, what is it that will hold their interest? I once did a video called The Rhino Effect, and that was about how people can retain information best. And when I was in Africa, we were walking with the black rhinos, and we were told all the safety precautions out the gate, and we were told that 2 of their senses need to ignite for them to know that you're there. So they might be able to see us, but if they can't smell us or hear us or anything like that, or taste us, then we're in trouble. I always make that same freaking joke. Then we don't exist, right? So it's the same with helping people retain information when you're trying to teach them something. Do they need to see your face and hear your voice, but see words on the screen? Because words on the screen is going to ignite a different part of their brain than hearing it or seeing you say it. Is there a visual that they need to describe some sort of process that you're walking them through? Is there a graphic that will stand in their mind or stay in their mind that will have them trigger to remember what it is that you are teaching and have that solidify more into their brain? So what is the delivery jam of your particular audience? So I always give the example of the busy mums are always driving around. So maybe it's an audio that they can listen to in the car when they're driving the kids and moobering everywhere. What is it that your audience spends a lot of their time doing where they are free to have capacity to absorb the information that you're teaching? Or maybe the delivery jam is something specific to an action they're taking. So let's say you're teaching people to run a marathon. If there's an audio they can listen to while running a marathon that is taking them through different phases of their running depending on their style. I know when I ran a half marathon after I had my daughter and was extremely heavy, I knew nothing about it. I bought a course on how to run a marathon. I remember learning splits and different things like that. The next time I ran one after losing 15 kilos, I took 30 minutes off my time just by weighing less, and I had learned a bunch of different strategies. I knew my way of running. I'm a short, sharp burst kind of person, and everybody said you got to pace yourself. I'm not a pace yourself kind of girl. I will sprint till I'm nearly dead, then walk, then sprint, then walk. That is how I got through my half marathon. And the person who gave me shit, I beat his time. So if you are looking at your audience delivery jam, how can you get them the best result in a way that they will absorb the content most? So number 6 is kind of a bonus one, really. Is it recession proof? So back to that, if you're selling to wealthy people, it doesn't matter what happens in a recession, they're going to have money anyway. So if you're selling to them, you're recession proofed anyway, it doesn't really matter. If you're selling to a different kind of market, is it a case of, you might have an offer that is over 3 months and it might be a high ticket offer. Sometimes it makes it completely more palatable if you break that down over weeks. I actually had this conversation with someone who wanted to come on board with one of my programs today. They wanted to spread it out over weeks. So we talked about that and what it looks like, and just the perception of how that pricing structure is packaged, even though technically it's the same amount of time that they'll be working on the program, has a completely different perception in their brain. So is recession proofing just changing the way that you are framing up the payments? Another option is there a finance company where they can take them on as a client, the finance company pays you, and then they can pay them off over 3 years if they want to. That's another option. Give them that option to spread it out, and you help them get the result before they've even made probably their third or even first payment perhaps. So there's lots of ways to recession proof. If you need to drop your prices, don't do it just to discount. Maybe you've got an offer that has all these different bonuses or includes you. Maybe it's a case of giving a second option that has less you in it and only includes the maybe templates or the automated version. So there's no extra cost to you, but you can sell it at a lower ticket, but you're still giving them the steps and the guides that they may need. So that's number 6. Is it recession proof? And number 7, this is the most important of all of them. Does it solve a problem? Any kind of program you're trying to create, it doesn't even have to be a course, whether that's a mastermind or just a downloadable course or a book you're writing. What is the problem that you are solving for your audience? What is it that they're lying awake at night stressing about? What is it that they are talking to their partner about? What is it they are rocking back and forth in the corner stressing about because it feels like the sky is falling and their life is ruined? What is it that is their big pain point that you want to help them solve? And how can you show them how they can get there? and that you are the bridge taking them from their problem, their pain that they're in right now, to the outcome that they want to have. Become the bridge. Know what their problem is, know their desires and where they want to be. Know that they will attract more to a fix for a problem than they will move towards a desire. So focusing on that pain point, become the bridge, prove to them that you are the solution, and then it's going to be a no-brainer purchase for them. So what problem are you solving for your client, and how can you get them there in the fastest possible way? Because we all want to get out of pain as quickly as we can. So they are the 7 questions to ask yourself to validate your course. And if you want to know more, go over to coursemachine.io. There is an 8-minute video there showing you how you can create your course in 21 days or less with us, and we'll do all the tech stuff for you. We'll build the course for you. We will help you get that course out of your mind and into a structured program that is profitable. We'll help you define these 7 things if you're ever struggling with it, and we will even build the funnel so you can start selling your course. coursemachine.io. We'll see you over there.